On today's First Time Buyer channel, we answer the following question. Can you get a mortgage with bad credit? Hey, welcome back. Enrique here with First West Financial. I'm a mortgage broker here in Southern California in the beautiful Coachella Valley. And this is your First Time Buyer channel where we talk about all things that are related to first time buyers. And we answer a lot of really tough questions here. People come to us with questions all the time, and that's how we come up with the material for our channel. Today, I'm gonna answer a very important question that comes up a lot. And better yet, maybe this is a question that a lot of people have. They're afraid to ask, maybe because they're embarrassed. The question is, can I purchase a home with bad credit? Can I get a mortgage with bad credit? So let's unpack. First of all, let's answer a simple question. What does it mean to have bad credit? What is bad credit? I talk to people who have a 720 score and they say, oh, that's bad. I want to be in the 780. I have people that think they have really good credit because they have 650 because prior to that they were in the 500s. So yes, the word bad credit is actually relative. Everybody has a different idea what good credit or bad credit is. In fact, there is no formal definition that tells you what is bad credit. What we have is guidelines. The guidelines tell us who can get approved and who cannot get approved. So let's talk about that. What is the maximum credit available? Well, there really is no number that I know of. I think that the highest scores that we've seen are in the mid 800s. These are people who have perfect credit. They're going to be in the high 800s. The average credit that we see is going to be somewhere between 710 and 780. I would consider that good credit because you're going to get a phenomenal rate. You're going to get into pretty much any program that is out there with that credit. So that's good. And then of course we have what we would consider average credit in the 600s, anywhere from 640 to 690 to 700. That's average. And then low scores. Anything under 620, I'm going to consider low scores. There are programs available for those scores. So let's talk about that. What happens if you have great credit? Well, that's easy. You can get whatever you want in terms of the programs that you qualify for. If you have a 780 credit, you can get into FHA, you can get into conventional, you can get into any program because you already fulfill the credit requirements to get into it. Now, if you're looking at less than 700 scores, what are the options that I have? Well, you can always look at conventional financing as a place to start. If you have scores that are acceptable for conventional financing, maybe anything over 660 and above, conventional financing is going to work well for you. But I'll be honest with you, 660, 680, 690, you can qualify, but you're going to struggle because the rate is not going to be the best rate. Those programs, conventional programs, require that the higher the score, the better the rate. So I get people that call me all the time and say, hey, I noticed that they're advertising a rate of blah, 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 I don't know, 3%. And I go, yeah, but that's with outstanding credit. Your credit is in the 640s, 650s. You're not going to get that same score because banks are going to give you the rate based on your score. The higher the score, the better. So picture it like this. I used to take a math class when I was in elementary school, growing up in Mexico, and the teacher would put the most highest score students in the front. I don't know why he did that. And then he put all the students that didn't have good scores in the back. So you were always trying to get your score higher because you knew that the higher the score, the more in the front you were going to be. And you never wanted to be in the back because people made fun of us if we were in the back. So the same thing happens with credit scores. The higher the credit score, the more you are in the front of the line to be able to get a mortgage in terms of the better rate. Banks reserve their better rates for people who have high scores. That's why scores are so important. That's a different topic. Now, what happens if I don't have those ideal scores? And I already did everything I could to get them higher. Say you have score in the 620 to 640 range. Well, we are going to consider that probably FHA, Federal Housing Administration loans, are going to be your best bet. They are not as critical when it comes to scoring. They're going to give you a pretty decent rate and they're not going to penalize you for having a score less than the ideal score. Now, is it better to have a good one? Sure is. But if you don't have it, you don't have it. FHA is going to be a good option for you. FHA can be very forgiving when it comes to score. We have lots of banks that will do an FHA mortgage with low down payment with scores as low as 580. Yes, 580. And some banks will do scores lower than 580 or no scores. That's another topic for a different day. But the reality is that if your score is in the 580 range, that doesn't necessarily mean that just because a bank is going to finance those individuals, that means that you're going to get financed automatically. You still have to apply. There's a lot of people who have 580 because they have a lot of collections. They have child support that is behind, or they have debts that are not paid. You're not going to qualify. We have other people that their credit reports look pretty decent, but for one reason or another, they have a 580 score. And those people may qualify for those type of programs. So, can you purchase a home with bad credit? The answer is yes, you can. We have those opportunities depending on your circumstances. My encouragement to you is that you need to talk to a professional that can actually look at your scores and first of all determine if there's an opportunity for you to improve. You would be surprised how often we look at scores and with just paying down a couple of bills with a couple of things, their scores are going to go up. Recently, I got a phone call from someone who wanted to refinance the house. And, they gotten a little over their head in terms of credit card debt. So we ran a simulator, and by paying down around $1,500 worth of credit cards strategically, the score went up almost 60 points, putting them in a better position to refinance at a better rate. So those opportunities are there. Does it mean that if you have really, really, really bad credit that you automatically get financed? No. Now, in terms of having bankruptcies or foreclosures, there are programs available that let us purchase homes even with those foreclosures or bankruptcies fairly recent. But if you've been out of bankruptcy a couple of years, we can help you get financed. So you just need to talk to a professional mortgage broker that can give you that guidance and that information. The answer is find out, talk to someone, find out the facts. Don't be embarrassed, don't be ashamed. A lot of people think, oh, I don't want to go talk to. Listen, we see everything. Nothing scares us, and we're not here to pass judgment on your life or the mistakes that we all make. We're here to help you because that's how we get paid. We want to help you. We want to get that credit going so we can put you in a position to become a homeowner. I hope this information was useful to you. Have a great day. Click on the link. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Talk to you soon.